everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Alex of Astrology, and this is my video for the new moon in Virgo coming in on September 14th, 2023, which is a Thursday here in California. However, please do adjust for your current location on the planet as that time and date may change. This is kind of a nice, traditional, quintessential new moon in Virgo, I have to say. It has sort of all the magic and support that you would typically associate with Virgo. And I think that it's here to clean up some of the clutter and the disarray that has been kicked up over the last several weeks from all of our crazy retrograde energies and everything else that's been going on. I do think that Virgo is here to ground us back into reality, help us handle business, and get facing in the right direction. And I say this because sometimes we can have a full moon or a new moon that is in a particular sign, but it doesn't feel like that at all because competing aspects have sort of tipped it out of how you would normally feel that sign. So for example, we could have a full moon in Leo, but if the sun is being squared by Saturn that day, it's probably not going to feel very Leo. This is really the opposite. I feel like this new moon has beautiful flowing aspects that help lift it into the higher expression of Virgo. So let's talk about why I say this. Well, here's our new moon. It is at 22 degrees. And first of all, what we see right away is this beautiful, beautiful Earth trine. I love this so much. So an Earth trine is basically exactly what it looks like. It is a harmonious flow of energy between planets, and in this case, the planets involved are the new moon, Pluto, technically Jupiter, but more so Uranus. And when we consider that a new moon is a new step forward or a new intention, this is powerful. And I definitely want to drive that point home within this video. I think that this is one of those new moons that you do want to lean into ceremony or ritual. Take that moment out of your day to write down your intentions in your journal at your altar, or maybe speak them aloud to a friend. Whatever you want to do, but do cast a new intention out there, particularly because of this beautiful Earth trine, because this Earth trine is going to really help push it along into the future. Pluto will be lending his powers of transformation and metamorphosis, and similarly, Uranus will be lending some revolution and the ability to try something new and head in a new direction. Jupiter is not as tight of a trine, but I'll still count him for sure. And Jupiter could even bring in some luck and definitely expansion here. So this is powerful. Now, I say that this new moon is here to clear up some clutter because the Virgo energies mixed with this Earth trine are really helping us ground after all of particularly the Venus retrograde energies. It's been a bit of a shit show out there. It's been very intense. We talked about way back in the beginning of the Venus retrograde when it started. I warned you guys, don't get distracted by relationship stuff. I said that full well knowing that a lot of people would be, because how could they help it? The Venus retrograde was here to stir up a bunch of karmic themes with our friends, our lovers, our partners, and she definitely did that for a lot of people. Now, technically, Venus is direct now. However, that's a bit misleading because her post shadow is long. It extends all the way through September, and she hits one final square to Uranus in the last week of September. She is also coming in for her last square to Jupiter during this new moon and the days following it. So she makes a dramatic exit, and of course she would. She's in Leo, that's Leo for you. So it ain't over till it's over. We still have things from this retrograde unfolding. The pieces are still falling where they need to fall. we are integrating, we are reflecting on everything that went on for the last several weeks, but it's not over. And that last week of September, I feel like we really need to get that final dose of information, and it may be a little bit rocky for some people. So we don't have all the cards on the table yet as far as the Meanest Retrograde is concerned. It's definitely moving forward. So we're getting more clarity for sure, but it's not over yet. We still have a few weeks. And then, as we've discussed, we go right into October, right into eclipse season, which is heavily relationship based because the eclipses will happen at the South Node in Libra and North Node in Aries. There's so much about relationships for the two eclipses in October. I'm actually going to be doing a whole webinar that I will launch at the end of the month about eclipse season, where I set you guys up with your little survival guide of all the dates you'll need to ebb and flow with those energies as best as you can. So stay tuned for that. But yes, in this moment in time, Venus is doing her thing. So we're going to stay aware of her. But here's Virgo that's kind of like, yeah, but what do you need to get done right now? What do you need to get clear with, straightened out? What needs to be organized? And yeah, it's a bit like coming back into the body, coming back down to earth and handling whatever it is we need to handle. When we look at the ruler of the new moon, it is Mercury. Mercury is at 8 degrees Virgo, and Mercury will not be going any further in Virgo. In fact, Mercury stations direct the day after the new moon in Virgo. So that is very worth noting, because that means that the ruler of this moon is in fact stationing direct, and we're very much in those stationing energies during the new moon. So what does this mean? It means that this new moon really does feel like a step forward. It feels like progress, and it does feel like we're having some probably very realistic, grounded realizations about what we need to do next regarding certain things and certain projects, particularly health. Definitely want to send this message out to those of you that have been on some kind of a health journey in the last few weeks or months. Potentially this retrograde in Virgo might have had you considering a different approach or getting some testing done or thinking about trying a new diet. This Mercury direct station is the signal, and this new moon in general, is the signal to move forward with something that may be bringing you to some kind of resolution or bringing some type of clarity. So great time to do a cleanse or initiate a new herb that you've found in your studies or your journey, or heading in a new healing direction with some kind of practitioner based on some test results you may have had. Whatever it is, Virgo is here to help us heal. Virgo is about detox and paying attention to our nutrition, and honestly paying attention to all of the little microcosmic decisions that we make throughout our entire day that make up a healthy lifestyle. That's what Virgo is really about. It's about, you read this a lot in the books, daily routine. Well, that's really what that means. Virgo is about, what is your day like? What time do you wake up in the morning? What's your sleep hygiene like? What's your morning practice like? What are you eating throughout the day? How are you talking to yourself? How are you talking to others? Are you making time to get off your screen so you can get outside and get fresh air? All of these things. This is what Virgo really wants. So with Mercury stationing forward, we are putting our best foot forward after potentially some weeks where we weren't, in a new direction that feels practical, grounded, and productive. This Mercury-Saturn opposition is really interesting. And one of the things that the Virgo-Pisces axis brings up for us is the polarity between handling what's in front of us and disassociating. Pisces is very disassociative. Pisces is the escapist, right? They're very much in the astral. Pisces is very good at being in other worlds, and they can escape there, particularly when they don't want to do something or they don't want to look at something that might be challenging or difficult. Virgo is a lot more grounded. Being an earth sign, it's much more analytical, and Virgo really likes to get things done and get things clear. So this can be a moment where anywhere that we have disassociated and anywhere that we have escaped into a fantasy, potentially with some of those Venus energies, we can be coming back to earth now. So I hope that this new moon brings in some of that beautiful grounding for you to get a really clear look at exactly what you need to do to live your best healthy life, and use these energies to really support you in whatever healing you may need or desire at this time. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and a share. I really appreciate it. And I am taking slots for readings right now. I am currently booking October, and it will book fast. That's my eclipse month. If you would like a session with me during eclipses, now's the time to reach out before it fills. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.